Hey everyone, Justin Russell with RussellMarineProducts.com down here in Tulsa on a beautiful, gorgeous day. Thank you for inviting me out here on this glorious day. And we're getting rained on, pounded.
Yeah.
Why are we down here?
Well, we're down here because one, it's such a nice day and it'd be a shame to miss it. We haven't had rain in 6 weeks, so we might as well come out today and do all this. I really kind of ruins the aesthetic of the shoot we were going to do. I think it was going to be like, t-shirts and shorts, but here we are all bundled up. But we're here today to look at the new Recon trolling motor. This is your first time on the water with it. I think you saw it at ICAST.
Yeah. So first time outside of a tank, playing with it. So a lot of similarities to what we saw with Ghost. So one being foot pedal is basically identical, but wireless.
Yeah.
Obviously, new remote, which
Yep.
really like it, by the way. So why don't you explain some of the features, some of the different stuff? Obviously, this is not the traditional boat that this is kind of geared towards, right? Like it's more freshwater, saltwater, but deeper
multi-species boats, flats boats, bay boats. We have it in the freshwater and a saltwater variant. It's not unusual to see on a boat like this, but it's not the most typical. Typically a boat like this would have a Ghost on it.
Right.
But power, thrust, the fact that the pedal fits in the footwell, if you did want that electric steer style motor, you could put a motor like this on a boat like this. So yeah, today, we're going to go through some of the basics of it. Obviously, kind of start with the control stuff. You mentioned the remote. We'll start there. The remote's an area that we spend a lot of time innovating and spending a lot of research and development on, a lot of consumer feedback on, and looking at kind of the pain points of how, like everybody's got a remote these days.
Right.
So do you have just a push button left, right? When you go to steer, you have to pick the remote up and look down, decide I want to steer left, decide I want to steer right, decide I want to move forward. And the whole time you're looking down and finding those buttons, the one thing you're not doing is fishing.
Right.
So the one thing we want to keep people doing is fishing. So on the remote, we actually have the joystick. And the joystick is exactly just super intuitive. You want to steer left, you push left, steer right, you push right. You don't have to look down and find the buttons. Your thumb naturally lands on it. Spent a ton of time going through that. That is what makes this remote unique from everybody else on the market. So not only steering, but when you're in anchor mode, we're not going to move right now because we're in the one spot on the lake that's not just getting absolutely just drenched. But instead of a traditional remote, when you're in anchor mode, if you want to go 5 feet left or 5 feet right, you push the button and we can jog that anchor position.
Sure.
With this, we have a feature called free steer, or even when I'm anchored and I want to move the boat, say to those pilings over there, all I have to do is hold the remote the direction I want to go. When I get to that spot, I let go and it just re-anchors. So no mental load. You don't have to think about it. You just kind of just do it.
Okay. Right on. What was kind of the reasoning? So first run at an electric steer. We see the trolling motor pedal as being identical here for the most part. So obviously wireless system, battery operated. Is it hardwired? Option for both. How are you guys powering the foot pedal?
Foot pedal's powered by 3 AA batteries. The remote's powered by 2 AA batteries. This is, I don't remember the final number, but it is days of use, not hours of use. You can go out for a very long period of time, never have to worry about your batteries. It is a totally wireless pedal, so we have it sitting in the well, but you can pick it up, put it anywhere on the boat. So like a lot of, captains and guides, they'll want it in the back of the boat while the people are up front fishing. It is the same rough size if you remove kind of this feature as you have with the Ghost pedal.
And that's new. That's not on the Ghost.
Yeah. So this is the same from there forward, is roughly the same size as the Ghost. You can tell it's very clearly modeled after the Ghost. It feels like the Ghost pedal. So for those people that are used to that cable feel, you're going to feel very familiar to you. It is proportional. So when I push the toe down, the toe stays down. It's not the little spring-loaded switches. The new part is at the bottom. We have a little a set. This is removable. So if you didn't want these buttons or it didn't fit in your well with these buttons on, this does come off. But this is a steer left, steer right, and then a constant on button. So if you're out trolling and you just wanted to set a course and go, but you want to make quick adjustments and you don't want to have to do the heel toe thing, you can easily just push that button and off you go. The thrust is the same on Ghost, speed forward, speed back. We still have the flip switch like we did on Ghost. Built-in anchor, and then we have 3 programmable buttons that actually come with a sticker pack. So once you program it to be something, it can be that as well.
Okay, awesome.
And I think I knocked us out of anchor mode when I was playing with that, so I'm going to move us forward a little bit.
So talking about the new trolling motor, connectivity-wise, powering, installation-wise, like external puck, internal, NEMA 2000, graph connectivity, controllability with like the autopilot stuff. Like you have all full connectivity, I'm assuming, to Lowrance portfolio of products.
We'll start with the basics. So NEMA 2000, that is obviously what gets you the connectivity to the Elite FS or the HDS Pro range of products, or even HDS Live over your NEMA 2000 network for control from the display. Also the ability to send the, the commands and the waypoints and all those things and navigate to anchor here, all that. GPS is internal. You don't need a puck.
Okay.
And then
Still has to be calibrated from initial installation.
Still has to do the bow offset whenever you get one in the boat. Obviously the angles of the trolling motors relative to the center, we got to tell what that is on each boat.
Okay.
If you don't do that, you don't do the compass calibration, things like anchor are going to work weird, navigation's going to work kind of weird. In terms of the freshwater version, it does come with the built-in HDI nose cone. So when you talk connectivity to a graph, you get sonar, you get downscan, you get conventional sonar and chirp. Upgradable to the 3-in-1 variant as well. The saltwater version does not come with a sonar nose cone, but you can upgrade if you decide you want to. Most saltwater anglers, kind of in our research, don't have a graph connected directly to the trolling motor, so why put in the cost of and the time of all those cables?
So freshwater comes with foot pedal and remote. Saltwater comes with just the remote. Foot pedal is optional, correct? So what model, or sorry, what length of shaft lengths are these things available in?
So freshwater 48, 54, 60, and 72. Saltwater 54, 60, and 72. There's really, again, in our research, we didn't see a need for the very short shaft in salt.
Okay. Do you offer quick disconnects mounting brackets for them?
We will have different, different ones. This one will fit on some old disconnects if you're using 24 volt, but at 36 volt, we're putting out so much thrust, we're making a new mount for that, a heavy duty mount, specifically to hold that power kind of all in that quick
And
disconnect.
obviously, just like the Ghost, brushless trolling motor, so whether you're operating at 24 or 36, it's the same motor. You're not having to buy a different motor if you upgrade boats, because one of the things we have at our shop is we're seeing so much de-rigging and re-rigging when people buy new boats, like never before. Where before people were like, well, I'm getting a new boat, I'll just go ahead and get a new trolling motor, new electronics. But as the costs have continued to increase on these things, we're de-rigging from the old boat and rigging on the new boat. So that's great to know that we've got different platforms for mounting options and stuff as well. So what price point are we starting at here on these things?
Freshwater version, you're going to start at $32.99. They go up from there, obviously, depending on shaft length and if it's a saltwater variant or a freshwater variant.
Awesome, awesome. So still in line with what we're seeing on pricing for trolling motors for today with everything. So still in the brushless lineup. So guys, this is the new Recon trolling motor. Very, very impressive out here. Again, going to be great for your deep V guys, the guys multi-species, chasing different stuff, especially where you've got a small mounting platform on the bow of the boat. Brushless trolling motor, so very, very efficient on battery life. That's kind of another thing that guys talked about. Do I need lithium batteries? Well, with the age of these brushless trolling motors, you're getting a lot of life now out of batteries. We didn't traditionally see.
Days out of batteries instead of just one trip.
So guys, again, this is going to be available January
time frame. We're going to start shipping. We're going through kind of the final stages of pre-production, all the software, getting all that buttoned up, and we're going to start going January.
Awesome. Well guys, you've seen it here, new Recon trolling motor from Lowrance. Be sure to check them out at russellmarineproducts.com.
Are you tired of your old marine electronics? At R&P we make trade-in easy. 3 steps. Step 1, shoot us an email, get a quote. Step 2, send us your old unit and get credit. Step 3, get your brand new unit and get it installed on your boat today.